Ross.
I'm Pete.
I'm Evan.
I'm Josh, I'm with the Strypes, and we're on indiebuddy.com.
Amazing, yeah. We just came back there 4 days ago from doing an arena tour with Paul Weller, which was great. Prior to that, we did a full European tour for most of January as well. And we're in Japan for that. We're heading to America now next Wednesday, a few days away from now. So we're in the midst of quite a heavy touring schedule, which suits us down to the ground. We're delighted.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. We went to one of the Hyde Park shows the year before. We got to see The Who and Paul Weller. So to come back next year and play was great. And we were on really early in the day, but there was a really good crowd in. And just to sort of play Hyde Park is such a legendary, you know, and it's not a venue, but a legendary place to play. You know, the history with, like, you know, the Stones and everybody who's played there. So yeah, it was an amazing experience.
Didn't watch their set.
We had a gig the next day. Yeah, we had to go to Scotland.
We got on a train to Scotland, which took 6 hours.
We learned that it takes 6 hours to get a train from London to Scotland.
Yeah, we could still hear Mr. Brightside even when we were in Glasgow.
Yeah.
We were starting an English tour, and our label just thought it'd be a good idea to put out an EP. We had there were songs, sort of a few of them were left over from the album sessions, and we had a few other ones knocking around. So they just said, "Look, the tour's coming up." We had a week off, and they went, "That can't happen." And so sent it into the studio for 4 days to record it, and then we went on the tour the day after it was done, and it was released during the tour. So it was all very rushed, but it was exciting at the same time. So we were delighted with the reaction to the EP. The minimal reaction to the EP was very exciting.
It is, yeah, because it's good to shake up the set. You know, like every tour we try and make it a bit different, and you know, having a new album, obviously you try and get as much of that in, but then you don't want to have it imbalanced between songs people know and new stuff. But it's always good to throw in new stuff when you can.
I mean, I suppose it's always an influence in any rock and roll music. It was actually listened to a lot of Nirvana when I wrote that tune. Then obviously we don't sound anything like Nirvana, so it just came out like that.
The T-Rex are very good.
They're called T-Rex.
Mm.
I thought it was Trex.
No,
Fuck.
yeah.
I've been saying that wrong for years.
Many good man.
Shit is.
Made that mistake.
Yeah. I suppose it's when it's like when you're writing a tune or whatever, and it's, you know, once one person's writing it, and then it comes to a band, and it's like 3 other people who listen to the song and take different influences from, or hear different things from it, and then it always ends up just sounding like the band.
I was listening to a lot of XTC at the time, and they have that sort of nice angular riffs in the middle of their songs. And yeah, people were saying it was sort of late 60s, sort of like a psychedelic riff, but I didn't think it had at all. I thought it was very much a Swindon riff, which is where XTC are from, for those who don't know, for the great unwashed. And yeah, it's a song about agoraphobia, but a lad who can't really go outside. Nothing particularly interesting about it. I do enjoy that we concocted the perfect power pop re-entry at the end of it.
Yeah. That's why
the Carsy bit. That's the best bit of it. The Cars, something wrong with the toilet. The Cars.
Yeah. I'm very proud of the arrangement of that, because it goes through all these different sort of bits that I'm expecting. Yeah, it goes from a bit of psych, a bit of power pop. We started covering that song in 2011. It was one of the first songs we did in our early sets, and we always loved it. And I suppose our version is very heavily based on the Who's version that they would have done in their kind of late 60s, early 70s period.
Could be heavily based.
Heavily based. Yeah. And so there's obviously we love the Who and we love Eddie Cochran and we love that song, so we've been covering it for ages. And we did that version. Again, it was an off the cuff. I think it was for a radio session originally, but we just thought, geez, that turned out really well. We were really happy with it. So it's actually everything in it is played in the room there and then, and it just seemed right to put it on another track.
Well, I'm not going to claim the idea for having a tour diary, but I had the first idea to have a good tour diary. I did my market research and realised everyone is absolutely shite. They're all 8 minutes long. It's all that's all it is. Like, so I threw some memes in. And it's great now, isn't it? It's very good.
But I know the bit that we did that.
Exactly. No, it happened a few months ago. We went to Electric Picnic, and I happened to film. I brought a GoPro with me, and we stayed the whole weekend and filmed the whole thing and put a song over it, Sparky Stream by Teenage Fan Club, and it came out really well. I thought, it's great crack. So I said, we'll just do them for each day we're away doing a gig, like. And so the original idea was just going to be put a song over it each day. But I just thought, there was some good crack audio bits, so I would cut it in and just sort of make it sort of story. It's a really easy narrative as well. Like, it's just, once I load the clips in, it's like, oh, this is how it sequentially happens throughout the day. I don't have to think of like, what shot will I use here? This is just what the day was.
Fair to say it's got more avant-garde though.
It's got very, it's exactly like the Spider-Man 60s cartoon. It just gets fucked in the head.
Wild, psychedelic expressionism.
But it's really, I'm surprised at how people picked up on it as well after gigs. People say, oh, can I be in an episode? Am I going to be in this now? And all sorts of stuff. So it's good fun. It's good crack. It's all in house. Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Can't get
to
the
keep
help.
on top
You can't
of
get
it.
help. No, it used to be you'd have 3 lads doing it.
Yeah.
One lad drafting the tweet, one lad doing the tweet, and then one lad
Retweeting the tweet.
retweeting. Yeah. No, so we did all ourselves because we just have. It's nice to know that like if someone sends a message to the band, they're getting a reply straight from the band. Like it's as close as you get to like a fan club these days. So we enjoy doing it.
None of us can actually read.
We can write, but we
Yeah,
can't read.
No reading.
Write for ages. I write pages and pages. Don't know what any of it says.
Yeah, no, you just can't take anything seriously. Like you can't too seriously anyway. You can't take any praise too seriously as much as you can't take any criticism too seriously. So just really take it as it comes.
Some of my favourite comments about us that you see online have been the massively negative ones.
They've
Like,
been hilarious.
They've been absolutely brilliant. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, and I don't think we'd be hard pressed, I think, to find a band that is happy with what people have to say about them. I think a lot of bands you go out thinking it comes across one way, and I think it's rare you get people that write stuff you like.
And the internet is a portal to finding out how shit you are and everything.
Yeah.
So no one goes to the internet to find out how to feel good about themselves. The non-brand bunnies as well, the
Brand X.
These are the ones that are getting tired, yeah. I do very little during the day. I photosynthesize during the day. And I don't know, I enjoy gigging so much that I expend that much energy into it, I suppose. I don't know. Carbo loading as well. I heard that's what people do.
So just yawn a good bit before we go on.
Oh, pissing is a big thing.
Yeah. We love to wee.
Jesus Christ.
There's we should be warming up and doing all sorts of professional things, but we don't really.
Our manager Niall says don't be shit as we go on.
Every single night.
That stood well to us.
Yeah. We did. What was it? Did we just play a really bad gig sometime?
Yeah.
And then after just
It was
every since then he's just gone. Yeah, don't be
It was not
It was
bad.
in Bergen, yeah, it was on the Monkeys in Bergen.
Yeah. It's just.
It was in the Birdcage in Bristol. It was the first gig we did on the UK tour. Or it wasn't a UK tour, but it was just doing like we were in England, just announcing gigs each day or something. And it was the first time a crowd ever went nuts and the first time a crowd ever sang along. And
the closest to moshing.
Is it actually?
ever experienced.
I remember that.
There was, there was.
It was actually
also
a massively anarchic gig. And that was the first time we ever sang along, and it was in a cafe, literally a cafe. They had like a wee corner that we played in, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and we're lucky enough that you do get lots of moshing and singing back at the gigs and that. It's really exciting when people do sort of react enough to a song and actually want to sing along. It's great fun. I have one Cruel Brunette is the song I love playing live because I heard that Billy Bragg likes it, and so that made it shoot up my list of favourite songs to play, knowing that if ever he sees it, he might like it.
Probably Smokestack Lightning, but we don't play it anymore. But it's good.
I'm enjoying playing Crackle and Burn because it's the newest song in the set and it's got an interesting arrangement.
Anyone at the end of the set really, because everyone's
It's nearly over.
Take the home.
everyone's just having a good time by then.
A bad time, but it's set over.
Oh yeah.
When we were arriving in Barcelona a few weeks ago, I was asleep. I slept through the whole thing, but our bus, the tour bus we were on, stopped by police.
Oh yeah.
Was like chased for a while, knocked over a row of 30 motorbikes.
Yeah. We
and
none of
scraped
us.
along the side of somebody. There was like the bus went through hell as I was sleeping peacefully upstairs and missed it. I woke up to hear everyone going, "Did you see what happened? Holy fuck, the world ended!" Like,
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I
There was
missed
a massive snowstorm in Spain as well.
That's
all
what-
sorts
yeah.
of weird stuff was going on.
Very strange. But that's not even that strange. Yeah.
High octane.
Yes.
Thrill ride.
High octane what?
Thrill
ride.
I want to say.
We haven't done a full set in a while because we've been doing these support slots, so there've been like 8 songs a night. So there's probably about 10 songs in the set we haven't played in a while. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. That's
So
the thrill ride. It'll be
yeah.
balanced on a knife edge of
Yeah.
will this be any good?
Will we make it through? I know it's going to be
yeah.
fun. There's a good crowd coming down, and we've a lot of mates coming down as well. So hopefully they'll jump around.
Be good fun. The best advice we ever gave him was by a lad who also works with a good bit, Chris Difford, who said if you're ever like having a meeting with like your label or manager or something like that, smile and nod and listen to what they say and then go do what you're going to do in the first place anyway. And again, that has stood as well.
America is next. The next big thing coming up. We're leaving on the 14th of this month to go direct to Austin, Texas for South by Southwest, our second South by Southwest. It'll be good fun, and then all round the country. Including a sold out New York show. Just getting that in
And
there.
furthermore, sold out ones that we'll just assume.
Yeah, we're just going to say that.
Accents are different.
Yeah. Hard to people, gigs change. Like people talk about what countries act differently, but like the same venue could be different the second time you play it. You know what I mean, it does generally depend. I think the night you play a gig is more more of a variable to how the gig's going to go than the country. You know what I mean? If you get a gig in somewhere on a Friday or Saturday, it's probably going to be great crack. If it's on a Tuesday, you're going to get the people who don't do anything on a Tuesday.
I think there's probably a lot more devilment over here in the crowds. You know, like people are good at egging each other on over here. Like if there's a group of lads in the crowd and one of them starts going, then they'll all go for it. Like I suppose maybe in Japan they're maybe a little bit more reserved in between songs, and when they jump, they jump. There's no like elbows flying in Japan. Like they all jump together and it's all really like peaceful and nice. But like, yeah, over here it's a bit more rowdy, for sure. See, Terry lost it, and my friend lost his too to one of our gigs here.
In the academy.
In the academy. It's just the maybe just the venue.
There's this lad doesn't leave the academy. He just goes to every
Punch
gig
his
and
teeth.
punches his face.
His teeth punch that. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, and check us out on SoundCloud.
Well, yeah, we're relaunching our MySpace page. Please do visit along, and our Bebo is back up and running after years of difficulty.
That's not technical difficulty.
Come be one of
We
our top
finally-
10 friends. Where the fuck that shit
We
was
finally
on
worked
Bebo.
out all the kinks.
Yeah.